Welcome to Geordy's Rocketry YouTube channel. Today I'm going to go over some of the kits that I have, some of the models I love, and some I've flown, some I want to fly soon. Start out with this out of production V2 model rocket. It's got a parachute, very small engine. It's a plastic model, and bought it on eBay. But I like to fly that, but haven't really gotten to do that yet. Some of the other Estes kits that I really like, you'll notice I have these little stands that I printed on a 3D printer, and they kind of sit in the engine bay or in the engine tube and then just kind of hold the model rockets up. This little guy, I've been waiting on the Centurion from Estes. It's pretty much a styrofoam model, and then it does have the chute and the nose cone in it. It's pretty much, you buy it, it's already put together. I think I may have removed some of the stickers or added stickers to it, but altogether I think it's a really cool looking little model, ready to fly kind of thing. And I'm having a hard time getting the nose cone back on. I'll mess with that later, but yeah, pretty nice model. There's the Mars lander. There's quite a bit of construction involved in this one. It's a lot of paper, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of balsa, a lot of painting, thinned out glue onto the different parts to kind of reinforce them. It also does have a parachute that comes out from the top, but then it also has, as the parachute slows it down, it has the legs that actually will kind of absorb some of the impact. And then, because it was a Mars lander, I decided to print out a Mars exploration suit with a Mars colonial flag. About the same size, so the guy fits in front of it for my displays. Alright, so those are... And then you'll also notice the Saturn V rocket on this side. This is one of the Estes kits. Years ago when I was a kid, and I got $5 a week for my allowance, I used to go up to the hobby store on my bike. This model was always sitting up on the top shelf. You know, you had the bottom shelf that was $5, $10, $15, and then anything that was more expensive was above. So with my $5 a week allowance, I generally bought the rockets on the bottom. Years later, when I had money and started rocket hobby back up, decided this is one of the first kits that I wanted to build. It's a lot of fun building, a lot of time and effort, but it's an amazing kit. Haven't flown it yet. I'm kind of worried about breaking it, but I guess if I break it, I can fix it. Okay, and then that brings us to some of the rockets that I make, or parts of the rockets that I make and produce. Let's go with the SpaceX. So this rocket was available on the SpaceX website, shipped directly to me. I did add the grid fins on it, so these actually, for modeling purposes, they do kind of move around and that kind of thing. Practical for flying, probably not. I'll probably take those off when I fly it. I did print a crew Dragon capsule, and again, this one doesn't have a parachute in it right now, but that little capsule's 3D printed. It's not the highest resolution, but it's pretty durable. So if you launch it, it hits the ground, it's not going to shatter and explodes in a bunch of little pieces. And it doesn't look too bad. I'll do that close up here. Alright. So that's the SpaceX with a little bit of parts added. And now are the different rockets that I've made. So this one looks similar to one of the model kits, the Redstone rocket. However, I did scale it down to, I think this is in a BT, not a 60, yeah, body tube 60 size. The capsule, and again, I don't have rockets on all these because most of them are just displays. So the capsule's 3D printed, and then I 3D printed the escape tower, but then I used some clear epoxy resin to kind of fill in these towers are super brittle, and when they land, they turn into lots of little red pieces on the ground. So I try to figure out how to keep that look of the tower, but also to kind of make it stronger. The rest of this redstone is just pretty much balsa wood, cardboard tube, and the engine blocks and all that. And then this is a decal set that I got from an older decal vendor that's Accu Design or Accu 8, but I don't think they're actually in production anymore. They don't have these anymore. Lots of little details like the numbers, and then the little hatches and the ports and all that. Anyway, that was kind of one of the first models that I did in the scale series. And then the next one was the Atlas Mercury. Again, the same kind of escape tower, same kind of clear, and then same capsule. Basically, these capsules are identical, except for this one I put a nail on the top of it. So this one actually does have parachute shroud, and that needs to be reconnected. Oh, here it is. So the eye screw is just not screwed on. We'll put that back together real quick. Okay, so the 3D models and the prints for the top are pretty much the same. This one I do have, and I do still have all these files in my library. So if anybody has any interest in the files, I can send them, or if you want me to print them out, I can do a one-off custom kit. The escape towers are going to be hard to come by because the file with the fine detail is really hard to print. You print about 8 of these, you get one that might be close enough to work. This one's got a little bit of detail paneling from the hobby store down here. It's got little thin sticks and tubes and balsa pieces to make the exhaust vents or the stationary rockets. Side nozzles are actually 3D printed in silver. One's longer than the other. And you'll notice that at the top here, to actually get them to fit on the tube properly and to lay the cones on there, you had to cut them right here and here. These are 3D files that I have. And in this one, I also have the bulkhead files, so I can cut out a set of bulkheads and send them. This one, you'll see it has 3 engines in it. Normally, you put the thrust engine in the middle, and then you have like a little clear tubes with fins that actually plug into the outside ones. And then that way you have fins on launch. And then you take them off for the display. So that one's available. It's just kind of in the archives. I can get back and print it if anybody has any interest in that one. So, and this too. All right. Let's put these guys back here. And then everybody's pretty familiar with the Gemini Titan tube. It's got a little ding in it now. This one's available on the Geordy rocketry and the Estes sites. The parts that come in the kit are going to be the 2 engine bezels, the engine detail kits, the little round cylinders here, and then the tail details here and here. You also get the clear plastic ring, you get the fins, and then the acrylic weld in a little blue bottle that comes in the kit to basically be able to put that together. You also get the shroud, and you'll notice on this one there's an inner tube and an outer tube. The capsule is a BD60 size. The outer tube is actually a BD70 with the shroud going from the 60 to 70. You can see the inside tube is a 60, and that bridges the disc change in the BD60 to 70 on the outside. Sold a lot of these, this scale, what I call BD70 or BT body tube 70 Gemini Titan 2 kit, and they are available. And it takes about a day for me to get the parts printed and in the bag and shipped out. Lots of people like these, and if you break them, there's parts available. I sell just the fins. Maybe you break a fin set, or you need a fin set for a different rocket. Those are available too. All right, so that's that one. And then this one is the latest version of Starship, SpaceX's Starship. That kit comes with the fins, the grid fins, the top print and the bottom print of the actual Starship. And then I do have the engine bulkhead, and then there's another bulkhead in here that makes out that parts kit. This one you need the outside tube, which is 20 inches, the inside stuffer tube, which is 14 inches, and a launch lug. And then 1 can of chrome spray paint. Paint it. You let it cure up for about a week because it's really, you touch it, it's going to leave your fingerprints on it unless you let it dry for a really long time. Alright, that is the current rockets. I do have one rocket which is brand new, and that is the Gemini Titan, and this is the BD 80 size. So this is a 70, this is an 80, and you can see compared to the capsules, one's quite a bit bigger. I'm still printing the shroud on this one, so maybe the next video will be putting in the parachute and the shroud on the top of this one, and then actually making the fin set for this. The fin set is very similar. The fins are the same for both rockets except for the actual clear tube piece is bigger. And then I need to do a D-size engine stand so I can have that stand up. Alright. Any questions, you can go to the Geordy's Rocketry on Etsy. Use the messenger in there and send me a message. Have a great day. Keep flying them rockets.